Something good is cooking in the kitchen at Boston's Envoy Hotel.
God, I can't wait to try this.
New to the space, previously occupied by Outlook Kitchen, is Pata Maria, the brainchild of award-winning celebrity executive chef Tatiana Rosana. You may recognize her from the Food Network's Chopped or Beating Bobby Flay.
After the pandemic, I really wanted to create a space that not only was dedicated to family, but was dedicated to socializing.
Tatiana and I first met in 2019 with talk show host Tamron Hall. It was then we had a premonition.
You should have a restaurant. You have a future in this.
I know what I'm doing.
The Miami native, wife, and mother says her Cuban roots and family are the inspiration behind Pata Maria, named after her grandmother, Maria.
Cooking and eating kind of really took center stage for a lot of things that we did. So I was always in the kitchen helping my grandmother.
But seasoning with soul wasn't her initial goal. Tatiana was a biomed major in college and planned to follow in her father's footsteps and become a doctor.
I called my dad and I was like, you know, I could graduate and I'll be able to become a doctor, but I'm not going to be happy. And his exact words to me were, you'll be good at what you put your head into, but you'll be great at what you put your heart into, and I want you to follow your heart.
Tatiana took her father's advice, switched majors to English, went to culinary school, and ended up in Boston, sharpening her skills with local top chefs. She landed at the Envoy Hotel as executive chef.
What does your dad say now about your success?
My father is honestly so proud. Like when he comes in here and he's visiting from Florida, he is just beaming with excitement.
Dine inside or out while enjoying fancy cocktails and signature dishes including the heirloom caprese tostado, churro popover, or the orzo paella de mariscos.
Paella is something that I grew up eating. I love creating dishes that are familiar to people, so something like paella, a lot of people have had paella.
Tatiana values local and regional ingredients and says her culinary style is a blend of her personal and professional experience.
I get to make these beautiful plates of food, but I also get to unlock core memories in people based on the food that I'm cooking, which I think is just beautiful.
Jazz, R&B, soul, and hip-hop, the Seaport's nightlife scene recently elevated its game.
I'm a fan, a huge fan of this.
Felt like we were movie stars walking in.
I love the feel, I love the look. It's very welcoming and very beautiful.
Grace by Nia is the latest venture by Nia Grace, owner of Daryl's Corner Bar and Kitchen and the Underground Cafe. For her third venture, she's partnered with Big Night Entertainment Group to bring us this modern-day supper club.
The thought was to create an intentional platform for local artists to thrive, and then let's take that familiar home comfort food and refine it and just give the city something they've never really seen before.
Walking into this 5,000 square foot space, you're transported to a different time.
Some people liken it to the 20s and 30s, that Prohibition era. This could be that decadence of the 50s and 60s, you know, from Art Deco to lavishness of Vegas.
The menu is soul food at its core.
I wanted it to be familiar, but then I wanted you to get excited about it. It's kind of like when you go to Thanksgiving and you expect the turkey and you expect the stuffing, but grandma put a little something extra out on the table and you're like, yes, I'm glad you did that, right?
The Roxbury native wears many hats here, and that's by design.
I learned from a former CEO years ago that if you really want to master and perfect the industry that you're in and that business that you're in, you've got to know it from the ground up. And so I was super committed to being able to get behind the kitchen, behind the bar, create menus, manage people so that we can do it with excellence.
There are not a lot of minority businesses in the Seaport, minority women business owners in the Seaport. What does your presence here mean to you?
When I was thinking about being in the restaurant industry, I first needed to relate to somebody who looked like me first and came from the same background. Being here now lets me know that there are going to be more people who find that vision, who find that target and say, I can do it.
She's also excited about introducing Bostonians to all that Grace by Nia has to offer.
I really love the familiar phrase that I keep hearing, which is we have nothing like this in Boston and we need more of this. And that's what I want, more of this.
You know, it's incredible. Nia has no formal culinary training. She learned from her mom, her aunties, and her grandfather. She says they were the best chefs she ever knew.
I believe it. All right, back to Para Maria. Tatiana is making good on her English degree. She's also a children's book author, inspired by her son Arlo, and she is the two-time Food Network Chopped champion. So she is doing a lot. It's excellent.
She is. Up next, books gone viral.